Happy New Year.
2025
Has started with a bang.
It started with bang, our first auction of the year, and quite possibly our largest one to date in all the years that Mecum's been going on. And wow, it's a little bit cold here in Florida, Matt.
It's a little cool here, but the sun comes out, Breon. But I gotta say, we have a lot of exciting things for Mecum in the morning. We're kicking off season 2 today.
Episode 30.
Episode 30,
Yeah.
and we have gone big time. We're here on the Mecum Midway stage here at the Osceola Heritage Park for Mecum Kissimmee. It is very exciting.
It is, and we want to apologize to our viewers. It's quite windy here today, and we made the decision to be outside, thinking we're in Florida. There's gonna be sunshine and all that great stuff. Florida is wrecking havoc on us, and
It really is. But if you are coming out to the auction, you can certainly stop by, you can say hello, you can even watch the show live. Now, it's important to note, Breon, that with so many days of auction action, we have a special schedule. We will be recording Mecum in the morning today, obviously. Here we are.
Yep.
Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. And then we will be back next Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
And people might wonder what we're up to on the days that we're not having the morning show. And we've got quite a schedule. Kind of excited to do a new kind of piece or introduction to, fill some time for you and make sure you're busy. Not that you're busy enough is, we decided to come up with this, concept for the Midway stage, obviously hosting the morning show here. But you're going to be hosting a variety of fantastic interviews throughout all the days, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Here on the Midway stage, right on the Midway, that's why we call it that, I've got a full lineup of consigners, automotive personalities, builders, highlighting and spotlighting some of the wildest and rarest consignments that are crossing the block, Breon. So it's a great opportunity for guests when they come to the auction to take a break, sit down, and hear about some of the stories behind these cars. It's very exciting. The full schedule of that can be found on the Mecum website under the Kissimmee auction. There's a Midway stage section. It's got the full schedule.
And something I do, on the trend of talking about new things is we also launched the Adventure Zone, which is flanking either side of the Midway stage. And for those that are coming that have, children that you're looking for something to do for them, we do have slot car racing, Power Wheels course that Matt truly designed. We named a corner, the Avery Apex. I'm really excited. We were watching some kids out there earlier. We have painting cars. We've got cardboard cutouts that are arriving tomorrow. We've got some really good art from some of our team members over at the home office. So it's been fantastic. So I'm excited for all the new activities, and maybe it'll warm you up a little bit if you have a kid and let them go take some spins on the Power Wheels.
Absolutely, and there you can see the Midway stage where we are now. Like I said, we'll have guests, and then also shown in that package, we've got all kinds of new merch. I think 4 event exclusive tees.
And this hat.
And the hat,
yep.
All kinds of celebratory gear. For the 917. You can find it there in one of 2 merch locations on site at the auction. And speaking of the auction, Breon, let's do a rundown of what's in store for today.
Well, let's remind people that this is day 3 of the auction.
Day 3, right?
So the auction has been underway since Tuesday, January 7th.
So we're already underway. So as we kick off day 3, we've got 313 vehicles crossing the auction block. That contains 7 collections, and there's 97 pieces of road art. And as always, there's really something for everyone.
And road art has some spectacular setups too. So even before it hits the auction block floor, right by the office is the main area for road art, and looks fantastic. Like, even if you're not in the market for some road art, just go check out the display. The team has been working so hard. It's really beautiful to see. It's like a museum.
It really is. All the neon, all the old gas pumps. It's a show within a show.
It is. It really is.
And as we saw in that earlier package too, some great aerials just showing the scope. Breon, a lot of people wonder what makes Kissimmee so special.
120 acres is what makes it so special.
There's 120 reasons of why it's so special. Each of those are acres. Here we are at the fairgrounds. We've got 120 acres that were spread out over, in total, we've got over 4,500 collector cars, trucks, and motorcycles, 52 collections, and then, as you mentioned, 2,000 great pieces of road art.
Yeah, I'm so excited. the energy's high, even though we're on day 3. I just see the momentum rising every day.
All right, well, let's talk about some of the car news that's going on, Brian.
Is there car news?
There's always car news, and I gotta say, Brian, do you like IMAX movies?
I do.
Do you like road trips?
I tend to take many road trips. Actually drove down here to Florida from Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yeah.
And finally, do you like Mercedes car products?
We all know Brian loves a Mercedes.
Brian loves Mercedes. Well, the latest news that just was announced this week is that soon Mercedes drivers will be able to play IMAX quality movies in their car. I don't want to say IMAX movies because I think people are going to be saying, how in the world do you get that screen? So obviously IMAX movies are shot at using special cameras and there's special aspect ratios. So very soon you can be streaming that in select Mercedes vehicles. They're going to be streaming that through the Ride View app that Sony Pictures Entertainment has, that you can again get in certain equipped models to watch IMAX enhanced movies from the Sony Pictures library. Currently it includes movies like Venom, The Last Dance, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Uncharted. I'm just excited, Brian, because again, it just shows how things keep elevating in that in-car experience.
So I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Distracted drivers.
Well, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So
I see it like the photo that's up right now. The video's on the dash. So it's not like it's in the back. It is on the dash. You got it right next to the steering wheel, right in the driver's, I mean, I love the idea of being able to play movies, like IMAX movies, in a car. That's if you have passengers, but what does the driver do? Like, technology is confusing sometimes.
well, and Mercedes does make it clear that content can be accessed by front and rear seat passengers, as well as by the driver on the central display, but of course when the vehicle is parked.
So so the central display will only work when the vehicle is parked.
Correct.
Okay,
and again,
so I can hear Spider-Man crawling behind my head, and that won't distract me. I get it.
I think he slings, or crawls, but
yeah. I mean, doesn't he crawl up the wall?
He does.
Either way.
He does.
Technology, something new every day. I'm pretty sure they probably have that on display. CES is currently going on in Vegas right now, and I saw a lot of cool goodies coming out. And I'm sure there's going to be some other topics for us to cover throughout the next week and a half.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's get into some auction education. The morning show is all about educating about how the auction experience happens. Let's check in with Matt and George, and as well as also hear some first-time testimonials.
Okay, so we're back. I'm Matt Morvick here at Mecum Auctions, along with one of our longtime friends, family members, and characters, Chicken George Boswell, who many of you know has been a longtime ringman or bidder's assistant here at Mecum Auctions. George and I are going to go over a few of the angles for you folks out there that are longtime family members of ours that have come to the auctions. And for a lot of you who have not come yet, we're going to introduce you into the inner workings of the auction as far as the viewpoint of being a bidder here at Mecum Auctions. So, George, you've been with us here at Mecum Auctions for a long time. How long has that been?
It'll be 15 years, Matt, and I cannot tell you how much I enjoy what I do. I can put somebody in a car that they had when they were 16 or 17 years and they had to sell the automobile. But now they can come back and they can actually get their dream car, Matt, that they rode around in when they were younger.
Well, first, what it takes to do that, so you and I work together, me being the auctioneer and you being the ringman. So a ringman essentially is an extension of the auctioneer. Now, from my viewpoint from the block, I cannot get up and close and personal with a lot of these people like you can. You can work over their sense of how the auction works, their feelings, and talk to them on a one-on-one basis. In auctions, the most important part is communication.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to a point in the auction process where I've done what I can with conveying the information of the auction process out to the bidder's assistants, there comes a point where my job is not necessarily done, but I need an extension of the auction portion. And that's where these people come in on the floor, are many bidders assistants that work here at Mecum Auctions.
What my job is to make the customer feel comfortable. I will sit there with the customer because a lot of them are all nervous, and you can understand that. I will try and make you so comfortable by you knowing exactly what your number is, where you are at.
And that's where the communication part is so important between you, from me to you, and then from you to the customer. Is you relaying that information to that customer?
I've had customers that have been with me for years and years, but here at Mecum Auctions, we develop a family type atmosphere.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Okay. Our customer, I don't even call them customers. I consider the people that come that I've known for years and years and years, they are my friends. What I want everybody to know is we are truly, truly a family organization here. Dana and Frank, I cannot say enough about them. Our auction staff, we are a true family.
You've come to every auction now for 15 years. Touching back on the first timers, Mecum Auctions is a loud, bright environment. So there's probably a lot of people come in here with a lot of excitement and some anticipation, but they're also nervous too.
It's about making the customer comfortable with what they're bidding. Again, I had a customer. They come back to Mecum Auctions. This is probably 40 years later. And the car come up. It was the same color as what they had. 4-speed, everything. And they started bidding on the automobile. The reserve comes off. Sold. We sold the automobile. I looked over. The wife is crying. The family's crying. And then I look over at the husband. And I see tears coming out of his eyes. Where can you go and feel something like that? Where can you go, man?
You help make those people's dreams come true, as well as hundreds of others that come here to Mecum Auctions and dance with you up on the stage during Thunderstruck. And even if you don't want to come buy a car, just come watch the show anyway, because it's more than auctions. It's auction entertainment.
We offer so much more than an auction.
Well, there you heard it, folks. My friend Chicken George, we hope to see you at the next auction down the road.
We sure do love Chicken George and the energy he brings. Over Christmas, I don't know if we got any coverage of it, but he would dress as the Grinch and he was dancing on to Thunderstruck, and he just brings the excitement every morning at the beginning of the auction. But the more exciting news that we have to share today is coming into 2025, we have a new partner with us, Assurit, and they will be with us at various auctions throughout the year to showcase their product, but I don't want to take all the glory for it. So, Brian, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Brian Manning. I'm president of Assurit, and I got to tell you, this has just been a tremendous event. Everyone's got to get down here and see this. I mean, the world's largest auction in the world, the cars, the layout, it really is impressive. So
And the people?
the people are fabulous.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Brian, one of the things that, we hear a lot in the world of collector cars is, people come to an event like this, they buy the car of their dreams, or their motorcycle, or whatever vehicle,
Or
or
road art.
item, or road art, and they want to keep a close eye on it.
Right.
And so your company offers a product that is set up for that. Can you explain what it is and how does it work?
Okay, you bet. This is the package for Assurit. This is the actual device. It's hard to believe that this small device, is as powerful as it is, that can monitor, track all over the world, your most valuable assets. So you simply place this in your car, let's say in this case cars, in your collector car or whatever car, and you place this in the car, in the trunk, in the glove compartment, wherever, and it will monitor and it will send you an alert once a day that monitors, says everything's fine, I'm where I should be, no problem.
Oh, so even if it's not moved, it's just going to send you a
Right.
check-in.
Yeah, one time a day.
Okay.
You set it up one time a day to send you an alert. It tells you, I'm fine, haven't moved, all's well. So you have, peace of mind is what
Yeah.
we're selling. So if it does move, this will tell you immediately, send an alert that your asset is moving. And if you're not driving the car, you say, I need to take action.
Why is my asset moving?
Right,
I'm here in Florida and my car's in New York. Why is it moving?
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So what you can do is once that alert comes in, you say, okay, my car's been stolen. So what you do is that alert, the information that you put in for the asset the URL can be sent to the police so they can live track the asset as well. So, and recover the asset. That's the idea. So you can take immediate action and then recover your vehicle.
So how do you differentiate yourself from competitors? Because people are gonna, ask that question.
Right. Well, first of all, this is a global product. All over the world, you can track and monitor anywhere in the world. We have IoT technology, which is the state-of-the-art technology that communicates by GPS, GNSS, Wi-Fi, and through cell networks. So those are some of the things that this device does. But
You also sold me on something when I was first introduced you to the other day is, when you have something like a AirTag, for example, it's trackable, it's hackable, correct?
right, this is you virtually cannot detect this. AirTag, anybody can find out that they've got an AirTag in the car immediately. One thing about an AirTag is that's great for luggage and things like that, fabulous. But this alerts you that the luggage is moving or the car is moving or whatever the case
Or the
may
motorcycle in
be. Or
my
the
case.
motorcycle,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
the motorcycle, the RV, whatever, yes.
Yep.
I know you love motorcycles. This alerts you. An AirTag, let's say you're storing a car somewhere off-site. You have one of our devices in the car. If it was the AirTag, you wouldn't know that car moved.
Yeah, you
You'd
would
have to
have to go look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A day goes by, a week goes by, that car's gone. So that's one of the major differences. This alerts you immediately. You're
So-
moving.
So there's an app that goes with it. So when
Yes.
you buy the device, there's an app. And with that app, so say you're here, your car's in New York, it alerts you. What does it do? Like, what can you do from within that app to make sure that the situation is getting taken care of?
Well, like I say, you get the alert, and then you literally can download live tracking to the police. You send them a text or an email, and you send them literally the URL of the live tracking so that they can take the tracking and then track the car and then recover it.
So don't take matters into your own hand if you see your vehicle
Right.
moving. Within the app, you can alert the police with that. So it's not like you have to hang up, close the app. Within the app itself is how you can communicate with the police about this. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. When someone's frantic, they see something of theirs that's highly valuable on the move, and I know I'd freak out and I'd get nervous and fumble or whatever. It takes time away, but if you have that asset in the app where you can just press it and then it communicates everything you need to do to emergency services, that's fantastic.
Exactly. And that's how you can recover the asset. And then, like I say, we're selling peace of mind. Anywhere, you could be traveling anywhere in the world and you have peace of mind because you're getting alerted. Everything's fine. But if it happens that something happens and the car's stolen, in this case, you get alerted and you can send that to the police.
Another question, because I asked it because I'm very interested in tracking him. What is the cost to obtain this device in this program?
So the cost is $239 at the Mecum show here per device, $239. Then the subscription is $25 a month or $250 a year if you sign up annually. So very inexpensive and a lot of technology.
But how many assets can you have per subscription? That's also a
great question.
selling
Yes,
point.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
We have up to 25 devices per subscription. So
Yeah.
one subscription for $25 a month covers, you could have 25 different assets, RVs, boats, cars, whatever the case may be, up to 25 for one subscription price.
Which is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unheard of in the industry.
Oh, absolutely.
So if I put this in the trunk of my car that I want to track, how often do I have to charge this?
The battery life is up to 4 years. Now, if you're pinging constantly and you're constantly moving, then the battery life comes down a little bit, but it's rechargeable. So we send a charger, a charging pad with the product in the box.
And it's a flat pad.
Yeah, flat pad. And so it's totally rechargeable. So up to 4 years, which is another leading thing in the industry.
Brian, I thank you for coming. Guys, if you are coming to Kissimmee, you can't miss them. Right when you're walking in the doors to the main auction block, Assuri is right there to the left of the elevator. You can't miss them. They have a great placement. Brian and his team are there throughout the entire auction, right? To
Yes,
help?
absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to be here the whole time.
Are you going to be buying a car today and putting one of those devices in it?
I'm going to take a shot at something.
Well, if Brian's here in person, Brian, and I'm hoping a lot of other people are, but for those who can't come to the auction, you can, of course, bid by telephone. And next, let's check in with Gus to find out a little bit more about how that process works.
All right, so my name is Gus Kozar with Mecum Auctions. And what you're seeing with me in my background here is our Mecum phone bidders desk. What happens here is clients register to call in to bid on cars. Each one of us up here gets to handle the calls and everything gets scheduled through our service desk here. And what that means is that the day of the auction, we have a schedule in front of us where we're actually calling everyone according to the lot number and the position they're interested in. Now, the cool part about that is, besides us calling you and scheduling with you basically the day of, is that if you can't be here, that's the reason you're having calling in, is that we have a service that we provide everyone to inspect the cars for you as well. So to even make it more comfortable for you, to be comfortable in your bidding choices, we schedule that as well. So you get a preview call as long as we schedule a day before, and that in conjunction with us calling you will determine your level of interest in the car, your level of investment. So throughout our day, as we're handling hundreds of calls, there's about 4 of us total that handle the phone desk area. And with the help of course, one mastermind named Julie. So throughout our day, we're having a lot of fun up here, making sure that our customers' needs are met. We're engaging the clients in what the current bid is and teaching them how to advance on their bidding powers with this. Now, there's different levels of bidding. It's a pretty easy process with us at Mecum Auctions when you register. So depending on your level of interest and the money that you're willing to pay for a car, you'll have to provide the proof of funds and or a bank letter to assist with your purchasing. Now, after a purchase is made, at that point, we then eventually invoice you the same day. Then we have someone follow up with you to call you and congratulate you, and also check in our transport in case you need it to get to you if you're not coming out to get it to you. So the actual process seems pretty simple, and it really is. You pick out a car or a bunch of cars. We're there to help you and call you throughout our day.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back.
Phone bidding.
Phone bidding. Honestly,
bidding.
like I love having that service.
Yeah.
You know, like if you can't be here and you want to talk to an agent, you want them to be your representative, you know, whatever. And Gus is fantastic. Anytime we can get Gus on video and hear his wisdom, he's been with Mecum for a long time. But yeah, if you can't make it to this auction or any other auction, we do have the phone bidding and internet bidding options available.
If people want to find out more, of course, when they come to the auction, they can stop by the service station just to find out, you know, while you're in person for this auction. If you want to find out how it works, learn more at the service station. Of course, we have more details at mecum.com.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we have some more education coming. Another key.
It's Education Thursday.
It is. I know. One of the key places, in addition to the auction block, we have a lot of key places. We have the Midway stage. We have the auction block.
We have the Adventure Zone, Road Art area.
The Mecum office is a very important place.
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine. And so to find out more, I grabbed Billy and I headed down to the office location at our last auction to find out a little bit more about what happens there. With the thousands of cars, trucks, motorcycles, pieces of road art, and more that cross the Mecum auctions block each year, there's a lot of paperwork and documentation that go along with ensuring each of those transactions happen smoothly. All of that is processed on site at each event in a command center of sorts. That's what we refer to as the auction office. Sellers come by and drop off any related important paperwork or documentation that goes along with their special consignment. This can be everything from photos of a restoration, show awards, and of course, the all-important title. Meanwhile, buyers are coming by to find out about all the ways of payment that Mecum accepts, and if they need more horsepower to their bidding, stopping by and checking in with Mecum Financial Services. You can find the location of the office in advance by heading over to mecum.com and taking a look at the event map. And of course, when you're on site, there's tons of signage. It's just one of the ways that Mecum works hard for customers, whether they're buying or selling. I'm here to pay for that motorcycle I bought for Bree, but we can't tell, it's a total surprise.
motorcycle?
Well, it wasn't
Where
supposed
is it? When is it getting
our,
delivered?
our DP Billy was supposed to stop rolling before we went into the business that was happening there.
So did you buy me a motorcycle?
You have to wait and see. I'm still wrapping it.
I'm very excited. Wrap each element with different pieces of paper. I
I will.
appreciate that.
So obviously the Mecum office is so important, and you can find it here at the Kissimmee auction.
At every auction.
At every auction, of course.
Yeah.
But if you're coming out here, you can find it over in this I don't know the name of the building, but here on the fairgrounds,
The event
easy to
center
find.
building.
The event center, lots of signage, lots of people in there ready to help.
And you see a lot of activity behind us. So every day we do have a car parade that is put on by the operations team, or Kathy. She's the one who commands the show. But after that, I think we also have a drum line that's coming through. So there's so much activity going on in Kissimmee, on the block, around the Midway. We've got Matt just talking to random people. It's a fantastic. This auction is just so much in so many good ways. This is my first time working the full Kissimmee run, and it's just absolutely amazing.
And we've got all kinds of great content, lots of videos on our YouTube channel of leading up to the auction. We've got a piece.
We do. I get very excited. A few of us came down very early in the setup process to document the behind the scenes. You know, we've been coming to Kissimmee, I think, for a little over 20 years now, and it's never really been documented or archived, like the amount of work and effort it goes into making this event. And it takes a village. It takes like 2 villages. So go to our YouTube channel after you watch our show, of course, and click on the video Heart of Kissimmee. It's an amazing piece done.
Nice. I like that. Two village worth of
It
crews.
is.
Well, thanks for joining us. We have much more in store here from Mecum Kissimmee. Wherever you're watching, drop us a comment. Tell us if there's a consignment you want us to preview. If you have some thoughts about the show, we'd love to see it. And of course,
Or give Matt interview stage topics, because he's out here chilling all week long.
Almost 2 weeks long.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're coming out to the auction, say hi to Breon and I. And of course, stick where you're at, because the auction live stream will be happening soon on Mecum.com. Thanks for joining us.